Okay, so this video is going to be about subtracting mixed numbers. This is a little bit more difficult than adding mixed numbers, and I've had a few tears in class about this one, but it's okay. The thing about subtracting mixed numbers is sometimes we have to regroup, like in this example here. So right here I have 7 2/5 minus 3 4/5. I would start by subtracting from right to left, just like regular subtraction. But here, I'm subtracting my fraction. So I have 2/5 minus 4/5. Well, I can't take 4 from 2. If I have 2, can't take 4 away. So, just like in regular subtraction, I'm going to need to regroup. So to do that, what I need to do is I need to take a whole away from this 7. So I'm going to take one whole away. I'm going to be left with 6 wholes. And I need to add a whole back to the fraction part. I'm not really changing anything. I'm just moving things around. So I need to add a whole to this 2/5. Now I could just put the number 1, but that's not going to really help me add. So remember that to get a whole, it's just the same number on top of the same number. Since my denominator is 5, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use 5/5 as my whole. So now I'm going to add those two fractions together, the 2/5 plus 5/5, and I'm going to have 7/5. Now I can actually subtract. Now I'm going to use this fraction that I just got and subtract it from the original fraction on bottom. So I'm going to take 7/5 minus 4/5. So 7 minus 4 equals 3. And remember that your denominator always, always, always stays the same. So we have 5. Now I can subtract those whole numbers. So we have 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 equals 3. So my answer is 3 3/5. Okay, I'm going to do another example just to make sure that you understand what I'm doing. Okay, so let's say that this time I'm going to do 4 and 3/6 minus 3 and 5/6. Okay, so again, subtracting 3/6 minus 5/6. If I have 3, I cannot take 5 away, so I've got to regroup. So I'm going to take one whole away from the 4, and I'm going to be left with 3. And I'm going to add a whole back to the fraction part. So I have 3/6. I'm going to add 6/6 to that because 6/6 would be a whole. So 3/6 plus 6/6 equals 9/6. All right, now I can actually subtract. Now I have 9/6 on top, and I'm going to subtract 5/6 from that. So 9/6 minus 5/6. 9 minus 5 equals 4. And my denominator stays the same, so it's still 6. So 4/6. Now 4/6 can be simplified. And so I can divide the top and the bottom by 2 because they are both even. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2. And 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So the answer is 2/3. Remember that when you are adding right here, you're going to get an improper fraction. And that is okay. It needs to be improper because when we subtract it, it's not going to be improper anymore. But we have to change it to an improper fraction to have enough. Because like I said, we can't take 5 from 3, but we can take 5 from 9. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, you can feel free to comment.